Hello everyone, it's Kenny again doing another benchmark. This time we're playing The Last of Us. Got the RTX 4080, all stock, minus a little bit of extra curve on the fan just because. Why not have a couple extra C cooler? It's already running pretty cool. Then for the CPU we're using the 5900X, overclocked up to about 5.1 gigahertz, and then I have 32 gigs of CL14 3600 megahertz RAM. Let's check out the options. So right now we are running 3440 by 1440, and then all the graphics are basically maxed out. Even things like depth of field, which I almost never use, and motion blur, stuff like that. Everything basically maxed out. So I figured I'd give you guys another ultra wide video since there's not too many out there. So again, we're running bone stock, everything maxed out. We're getting pretty average of 90 to 100 FPS. And this is pretty average across the whole game. This is my second playthrough, which I kind of forgot. Modifiers. In my second playthrough, I've done things like infinite ammo and one shot, which is pretty cool. It makes the game just a little bit more fun, I guess, the second time through. The first time going through was really slow, and I was being super cautious the whole time, trying to not die, I guess. And I guess it's the same this time around as well. It's just as hard. You can still die pretty easily, but a little bit more fun with extra ammo. So as you can see in this area, getting 100 FPS, pretty solid, give or take a little bit. Running just under 50C and utilizing the entire GPU. You can see I'm getting about 50% usage on the 5900X. I noticed that there are some areas where I get a little bit of a bottleneck, but it kind of just depends.
Henry,
And I'll turn on FSR and
ready?
DLSS here in a little bit and show you guys how that goes.
Oh shit! Hurry, come on! Go!
But I figure we'll play this a little bit and see how it does, and try not to die.
Oh no!
I'm playing on controller, so I'm not like super fast.
Come on, everyone. Keep your eyes open. We ain't out of this mess yet.
So far, this game has played really smooth for me. The first time I played through it, it actually did really good. And I only had a couple small hiccups for the entire time. So I guess I got pretty lucky. Everything's been running pretty nicely
Sam,
for me.
let's go. All right, kid, come on. There you go. Come on. Shit! Hurry, hurry. Ready? Gotcha.
So you can see through the cinematics, it's still staying pretty high, around 80 to 90, around 100. You can see a couple dips down in the high 70s during this cinematic.
What the fuck, Henry?
Shit.
One more time. Punch it.
We stick together.
Not left behind.
Joel, come on!
Oh, into the middle. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't know how I
Go around to the other side.
So now we're inside. You can see that we're getting up to 120 plus FPS. So it's definitely nice and smooth.
Spread out. Whoa.
So even though I have one shot on, I still have to be pretty careful, just because I can still be killed really easy. So I'm gonna try not to die during this benchmark, if I can help it.
Go. I got you covered.
So you can see in here getting high 80 FPS, all while not dying so far. I'll show you guys here in a second some DLSS and FSR and kind
See
of
what
show
we
you
can
how
find.
that does.
Good job, kiddo.
Thanks.
Once we get outside
Let's
here.
get underneath it.
Fucking open it! Go!
So you can see we're dropping in to the low 70s here, high 60s. Just kind of crazy. Like, it really depends on where you're at in this game. That's like a variance of almost 60 FPS. Oh great, I died. That's amazing. I guess I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Just standing around watching the FPS.
They're running to the bridge!
Yeah, let's try that again without the benchmark.
Go! 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 Run!
So yeah, it's kind of crazy the FPS variance, like getting inside. But it looks like that's a
many bullets do you
CPU
have left?
bottleneck
They're
you
gonna
can
kill
see,
us.
What other
at least
choice do
during
we
the
have?
cinematic,
We jump.
only
No,
at
it's too high, you can't
75%
swim.
usage on the
I'll boost you
GPU.
up, you run past him.
You'll keep me afloat.
Ellie!
No time to argue.
Ellie! Damn it! Ah!
And knocked out. Alright.
Henry, he's awake.
Hey, you.
This will be a pretty
We're
good
alive.
area to benchmark
See?
as well, because now we're
What'd I tell
outside
you,
and we're
huh?
kind of in the light.
He's good.
Shows
Everything's
more
fine.
terrain and the water and
You know,
everything.
Sam's the one who spotted you. You guys are taking quite a bit of water. Henry!
Get back,
Hey,
son!
hey, hey, hey! He's pissed, but he's not gonna do anything.
You sure about that?
Stop!
Joel?
He left us to die out there.
No, you had a good chance of making it, and you did. But coming back for you meant putting him at risk. Stay back. If it was the other way around, would you have come back for us? I saved you.
He saved me too. We would have drowned.
You can see we're getting up to 51C on the GPU now. Still running nice and cool.
It's fine, I'm okay.
CPU is at 65C. Pretty good for being overclocked.
You know, for what it's worth, I'm really glad we spotted you. Now, that radio tower, it's on the other side of this cliff. Okay? Place is gonna be full of supplies. You're gonna be really happy you didn't kill me.
Alright,
Hey, we're gonna search this area.
so
See what we come
now that
up
we're
with.
outside and we're near water and we've got some
That was
terrain,
intense.
you can see we're
You cool?
still kind of bouncing
Yeah.
around a little bit, you know, getting up to
Let's go find the
100.
radio tower.
Really just depends.
Yeah, I do. Hey, don't worry.
Hey, maybe we can
But
find
if you
something
look
in that
at
boat
the
over there.
Usage, we're in the low 90s, so we are reaching a little bit of a CPU bottleneck. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on DLSS anyways, even though I know it's not gonna do a whole lot. I'm just gonna check it out just for fun. So we'll do DLSS on quality. And we're pretty similar FPS and really working the CPU up to 49%. And then the GPU's not barely doing anything right now, working 69, 71% usage. Yeah, it's barely on right now. So at least at ultra wide, I think if we were at 4K, this would definitely be more useful. But at least at 3440 by 1440 ultra wide, DLSS, at least in this game, is totally useless. We'll do FSR too, just for fun. It's gonna be basically the same thing though. And yep, basically the same. Almost seems like maybe a hair more CPU usage. Maybe not. Maybe they're pretty much the same. Yeah, this area is definitely bottlenecking with the CPU quite a bit. Okay, let's turn that off because that is not helping us one bit. I did want to mess with this though. I just wanted to see how far we could bog this thing down if we turn up the render scale up to 160 and use every bit of VRAM we have available, how much the GPU is going to be hating it right now. So, just for no reason at all, just for fun. It kind of does make the game look a little sharper, maybe. Slightly. But now we're down to 40 FPS, so we basically 48, so we basically cut our FPS in half, and we're at 99% usage. Not that I would play like this, but just to beat on the GPU a little bit, see how much it bogs it down. I think that we would probably be closer to 55 FPS or so if we were playing it 4K, maybe 60. So that's another reason why I just love the ultra wide. It's just kind of, for me, it's the happy medium. It's a little harder to run than standard 1440, like if you had a 27-inch monitor or 32-inch monitor. It's a little harder to run, but for me, it's totally worth it. And it's not a killer on frames like 4K monitor would be, and in my opinion looks just as good, at least for this size monitor. But there we have it, pretty average of 90 throughout the whole game. In buildings, outside, you know, you can jump up to 120 and be down to 70 or so, but for the most part this thing is pretty dang smooth. I think though, gonna end this video for now. Give you guys a pretty good idea what to expect in performance with the 4080 in this game. Thanks for watching, everyone.